Thank you for clicking on the video. Welcome back to the channel. This is another review for SWV and Xscape, the Queens of R&B. Episode 2, Pray on It. This lady's still out there gaslighting Tamika, talking about ain't nobody stole your money. Girl, you lying. You lying. And you know you lying. You and Tasha, you're lying. You're lying. She look over at the camera. I said, get out. Get out of here. No, girl, no. Absolutely not. We're going to stand right out here and get it all. We're going to get it all. Tamika gets in her car and she just drives off crying. She says she ain't never coming back around there ever again. You done drove that girl away. Because you lying. Anyway, Coco and her son, we see them getting full sets. That's real cute. Taj getting dressed and Lily's at home or whatever. So you know how they bounce around. Nothing to see here. We land on Candy at the candy factory. She, Tiny, and Tamika, they're gonna meet. Tasha's supposed to show up. But of course she's not there. Tamika shares with them that, you know, they had a bit of a spat last night at their mama house, and that could be why she's not there. Tamika, of course, she's adamant that Tasha and Rocky stole her money. And we believe you, Tamika. We believe you. I don't think there's anybody out here that's believing that Tasha and Rocky didn't steal your money. I think we're all on one accord when we say we believe you. You don't even have to say anything else. We believe you. She told her, you know, she talks to them about how her mama was defending Tasha and how she was, you know, basically taking sides like she always do. She shares with them a voice message from their mama. And mama left a threatening message, threatening to kick her behind if she go around there and put her hands on Tasha. Anyway, she crying, of course. Tamika starts crying. Tamika did a lot of crying. Tamika, you better bring in the ratings. Okay, you better give us reality TV. Now, I'm not making light of her situation, like she is not dealing with some form of trauma because of how her mother has treated her entire life. Not dismissing it, not negating it, none of that. But this lady knows. She knows that this is the type of stuff that she's gonna have to dig deep with, you know, and go there in order to keep a check, you know, in order to make good TV. She knows she's producing it. And I appreciate her, because without Tamika and all of this, what would we be talking about? I don't know, because outside of this little drama that we have with Tamika and Tasha, that's about the most interesting thing that's going on thus far, because we haven't gotten far, you know. But anyway, Candy, you know, they can all agree that Tamika has in the past been loyal to a fault to her sister, like following her, you know, with everything. Like she's had her sister's back for sure in the past, you know, like to a fault, because she'll fall out with everybody in the group behind Tasha. And now she's no longer doing that. She's no longer moving that way. Now she's, you know, thinking about Tamika. And she should have been did that. It shouldn't have took this long. But that's just how it's been. All right, Tasha and Rocky, they over there saying that Tamika lying. Of course, you know, with Rocky and Tasha, they gonna sit around and talk about how everybody else is the problem and how it's everybody against her. How the lies. She says she questioning whether or not she gonna ever work with them again. Girl, they questioning whether or not they want to work with you. So now what? Lily and her sister, they have coffee. Her sister's over there to make her breakfast. Her sister is the matriarch of the family now. She lost her parents early on. I want to say like she was maybe like late teens to early 20s, losing both of her parents. Her mother is buried, I don't know, somewhere in Georgia or Atlanta, but she said she wanted to move closer to where her mother's grave was. So I assume it's in the vicinity. But her sister, she and her sister are close. They have a cute scene together in the house, being sisters. You know, sister trying to ask for this and ask for that, and Lily like, girl, listen, them the forks I got, them the spoons I got. Take your pick. Listen, that's what's clean, baby. That's what what I got. I don't have I don't have the fancy china for you. It's not ready yet. Anyway, Lily shares, about her humble beginnings and how she got pregnant at 15 and had to work 2 part-time jobs because of course you can't work full-time being 15. She had to work 2 part-time jobs, and her mom would watch her baby while she went to record with the group. So her mama was supportive in that. And now, that's a good mama. That's a good mama. Because she could have been like, girl, you need to be right here raising your own baby. Forget a singing career. That's dead. When you was deciding to go have unprotected sex with your 15-year-old is. She could have been that mother. But no, she supported her baby. And that's what you're supposed to do, But she said the first thing that she bought with her money after they did make it, after they got their first check, first thing she did was buy a bed because she was tired of sharing a twin-size bed with her sister at that. So she went and bought her a king-size bed. I know that's right. Tamika, she's meeting Taj because both of them right now are they? I think right now they're both in Nashville. Tamika, she's meeting Taj, and Taj asks if she and Tasha have come around, if what's going on with Tasha, basically. Is she going to be coming to these meetings? Is she going to be, engaging, or is she disengaging? Which one is it? Tamika kind of pours her heart out again. She says she's always been there for Tasha. Always, like I've been saying, loyal to a fault. She breaks down crying and everything. It's just really sad. It really is that, when you have to come to grips with how human and flawed your family can be. Because you expect different, especially from a parent. I'm sure it's very hard to be in this type of dynamic. She says that she knows why she's been this way though, because when she did, stay in line with her sister and her sister's interests, she received love from her mother. If she gave any type of pushback, in against her, her mama was, I guess, basically neglecting her, emotionally, and kind of, I don't know, icing her out. Whatever she was doing was toxic, and she shouldn't have been doing that. Anyway, so she basically was loyal like that and ride or die like that for her sister because she wanted some love from her mama, and approval. It's really a shame. It really is. Anyway, Tiny, Tamika, and Candy, they meet at Tiny's house. And Tasha, she coming, but she late. When she gets there, of course, she says she's only there for her love for Tiny. Girl, whatever. Tiny starts the meeting, well, let's talk about what we need to talk about. Let's get all of this stuff on the table. Let's hash this stuff out. So first, let's talk about management. Candy thinks that they need new management, the management company that they've been working with, who are friends of Tasha and Rocky. They haven't really done anything for the group like this. They kind of been at a stalemate. So they want new management. They asked Tasha, for her input, and she said, I'm just listening right now. That's so aggravating. That is so aggravating. When you ask someone, their input, and because you are involved in this conversation. So we're asking you your input. It's your turn to speak. I'm just listening right now. Girl, go home. Just go home. Just go home. We will send you the footnotes. Anyway, she says she got to pray about it. Candy says, oh, when she say that, that's because her brain isn't with her. She only moves when Rocky say move. And then we get a clip of her in her confessional. And Rocky in her ear whispering. And production is like, what are you whispering to her? And he says, telling her what to say. Anyway. The reason for their meeting is to get on common ground. You know, Tamika knows that all of this energy that Tasha has is directed at her. And so like they need to get to some type of resolution. And Tasha started talking about her mama and how she need to apologize to my mama. And it's like, girl, what? This don't even have nothing to do with that. Like, what your mama got to do with this? Y'all need to leave all that personal BS at the door. Because when you come in here, this is a business. Yeah, y'all have that sister relationship, but y'all should not be, the personal and business should not be crisscrossing the way it does. It should not be doing that. Like, y'all should be able to compartmentalize. You're grown ass women. You should be able, have you not ever been in a work environment where there are people around you that you do not like? But you have to coexist. You have to work with one another. You have to put whatever personal feelings you have for the person aside because you have a job to do. And you coming in there on, she need to apologize to mama before. Girl, what? Why are you even bringing that here? We wasn't there for all of that. Please. Please. She just gets on my nerves. Anyway. Tasha get up. And Candy like, we ain't even talk about the business. Like, just, she's out of it. You're out of it. Anyway, Tasha says she want to talk to Tamika privately first, you know, and they can discuss, after that, they can discuss working with SWV. Just go home. Go home! Anyway, Coco and her son, everybody, you know, they were in South Africa. And so now they're finally off and they all can go home to their respective cities and I guess not speak to one another until it's time for another show. And see, and if you have to move like that, you just have to move like that. I wish Xscape would come to that. I wish they would come to that because all this back and forth. And Tasha is the common denominator every time because she always got a problem with somebody or got a problem with something, harboring resentment for every damn body because she didn't get her solo career. Girl, let it go. Let it go. Please. She is really bitter about it. And it's like, I really want you to just go get some healing. Get some healing, girl. And it's that man in her ear telling her she can be a solo artist. And it's like, you too need to cut it out. Because you just trying to ride her coattails all the way into the solo career. You trying to make it happen too for yourself. And it's like, anyway, Coco home, Taj and her husband and family, they live in Nashville. Her husband and son are so happy to see her when she gets home. It's beautiful. It really is. They really miss her. Over at Coco's house, her mom is there. Her mom lives there, so she's there to greet them. Coco asked her if she had her boyfriend over there, and Mama was like, "That is none of your business." She said, "Y'all be humping, girl. Don't play with me." Mama said, "No, do not even play with me like that." Don't even play with me like that. Mama was a singer as well. She used to do reference tracks for the artists coming up back in the day. One of whom was Luther Vandross before he was the Luther Vandross. And so that's you know, that's quite an accomplishment. Go ahead, mama. She was around there singing with the greats, you know, doing background vocals, or, you know, reference tracks is basically what the artist hears when they are, you know, when people are shopping around their music. You know, you might need somebody to actually sing the tune. And so this is how we would make it sound. And then the artist makes it their own. So there's that. Those of you who didn't know what a reference track was. Anyway, her son wants to be, she already has a son that's doing music. She says he's an emo rapper. I didn't know it was a genre. Didn't know emo rap was a genre. You learn something new every day. And her other son, who is openly gay, you know, because I mean, you can gather by me saying he was going to get a whole full set, but he wants to sing, and he can sing. He definitely got the vocals from Mama. He looks just like his mother. I mean, spitting image, like they are twins. They are twins. But she really like, I thought you wanted to be a dentist. You was 12 and you was saying you wanted to be a dentist. Let's be a dentist. I guess she's trying to save him from all of the hoopla, because it is not going to be easy, you know, embarking on the music industry, and especially as an openly gay man. We don't have too many openly gay R&B artists. Like, we got Lil Nas X, and he's a rapper. And that was tough for the people to digest and consume. And so, I don't know any openly gay R&B artists. There aren't any. And I think that might be what Mama's worry is. But girl, it's 2023, and I feel like, I mean, if he want to do that, let him do that. If he want to sing, let him sing. He don't want to be a dentist. He wanted to be a dentist since he turned 13. Like you talking about when he was 12. You're not saying, oh, he was just saying last year that he wanted to be a dentist. No, that was when he was 12. You want him to be a dentist. Anyway, Candy, she drops by the studio. She be working on the beats in the studio, be working on the songs. It's kind of like, I'm sure by now it's, you know, just out of the sheer fact that she loves to sing and she loves to write music and make music. Not that she's going to put any of this stuff out. Like, but I don't know, you know, knowing Candy, I don't know. Candy be having a trick in her bag, okay? Ty shows up, you know, they talk about the group and everything. She tells them how the meeting went. It was interesting. Ty doesn't understand why they can't flesh things out. And it's probably because of Tasha, of course. You know, Ty just is like, she don't want to admit that she's, you know, a little bitter. She got a little resentment towards you because you popped off and she really didn't. She didn't have the career she thought she was going to have. You had the career she thought she should have. And so she's never going to admit that, but that's her issue. Because since the beginning, she done had an issue. She done had problems with Candy. She ain't never liked Candy. I mean, and if the feeling is mutual, Candy hasn't really cared for her either. But I mean, Tasha doesn't really have a personality that's warming and like you want to be her friend. She gives off miserable, negative, you know, bitter. Oh, she gives all of that off. I was gonna say sad, but nah, she don't give. I don't think she's sad, but she's absolutely mad at everybody. And it's like, let it go. It's not everybody's fault that your career didn't happen like Candy's. It's not Candy's fault that your career didn't happen the way you thought it would. Maybe you should look to that man on your right. Look at Rocky and be resentful at him, because he the one. He the one. He the problem, girl. He the problem. I'm gonna need you to wake up and realize it's been him all along. Anyway, Tasha and Rocky, they going to Nashville to meet with Motown Gospel, you know, for a record deal situation. And Of course, when they get there, I mean, when she gets there, they got all the questions. So why you want to do this now? Okay, so what about the group? Aren't you in Xscape? Like, I don't want the two to conflict. Like, what's going on? You know? Why are you here? And Tasha gives them her spiel about she got something to say. I got something to say. I got, I'm just a girl. They got something to say. Did you rehearse that? You already know Rocky told her to say that. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all that she felt like Candy's solo project coming out, she was going to come out with hers, but hers got shelved. Then Candy's came out shortly after that, and so she feels like the timing was interesting. Girl, again, maybe them people listened to that music and was like, nah, we got something better. Maybe that's just what happened. Candy don't have nothing to do with that. You just want to blame somebody. Blame your husband, girl, because he the one. He your manager. Anyway, they sitting at the table with the people. She tells them that Xscape does not know that she's there. She hasn't shared that with them. Of course, they want to know why. And she says that it's because she wants to hold close to the chest, her vision. And I can understand that. You don't want to start talking about things prematurely and then it not come to fruition. That's how that can happen sometimes. People, put their negativity onto your dreams and aspirations, and then it really does fizzle out, because that's how the law of the power of the tongue works. Like, you have to watch your mouth. Sometimes you have to just keep it closed. I understand that. I definitely do. And they understood it as well. But she on some shady shit, so we ain't even finna use that excuse for her. She just really don't want to tell them folk. They're happy to get started, and everything. They ask her to sing, are you one of the artists that can sing on the spot, like right here at the table, and she starts singing a little ditty. It's very 90s Tasha. But the guy says that they're ready to, he understands that she's protecting her vision, and that they want because she wants to do, I would say, like, inspirational music, because they was trying to make sure we're for alignment. We are here for divine alignment. Like, so are you that person? It was an interview, like a real deal interview. But anyway, they go up for Tasha and her song or whatever, because she's saying something original. But what does this mean for Xscape? That's something she's going to have to answer, because she don't have an answer for it. She still doesn't have an answer. And that's where that's really where we end. Until next time. It was it was enjoyable. Like I said, Tamika be bringing the best parts. Tamika brings the best parts. And I love me some Malay Janae Baptiste. Until next time, be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's Call Me Busby, and I'll chat with you later. Peace and light.